This video is brought to you by Insta360. I didn't aim the camera for any of these shots. This all came from one clip. Welcome back to The Block. I'm Roger Singh, and here we explore the cameras, gear, and workflows behind the content that we create. Today I want to try something a little different. I'm going to film an entire video without framing a single shot. This is the Insta360 X5. It's a 360 camera, which means instead of pointing it at something, it just captures everything around you. So instead of choosing your shot while you're filming, you can make the decision later. What I like to say is you shoot first, and then you decide what the shot is. And I like it because it always allows me to be in the moment. As creators, we spend a lot of time trying to get things right while we're filming. We're thinking about framing, angles, composition, what lens we're on, where the subject is in frame. And sometimes that pulls you out of the moment you're actually trying to capture. So I wanted to see what happens if I just remove that part of the process. If you're a friend of the channel, you know I love the X5. So today I have no plans, but I'm heading up the canyon with one rule. I'm not going to frame anything. I'm not going to worry about where the camera's pointed. I'm just going to hit record and let it capture everything. So I'm not framing the shot at all. I'm just going to have the camera out here and I'll reframe later. So I don't have to worry about it and I can just be here in the moment. So we're just going to let this record and just see what happens. Wow, the water looks pretty low. So just because I'm a stickler and I want to have really good audio, I am wearing the Insta360 Mic Air right here, so that's the audio that you're hearing. Normally, I'd be thinking about where the camera's pointing, but since it's filming everything, I really don't have to think about that. There's a rope swing down there. Should I go try it? Okay, now what I have attached to the X5 is the extended invisible selfie stick. So if I hold the camera out like this, that's how it looks, and it's great for vlogging. However, if I want to get that extra fake drone shot, this is how I get those shots. Is I extend this and it goes really far out all the way up there. So you can see on this camera how long this is, but from this camera you see how tall this is. And this is how I get those drone shots, is I can go over the ledge over here, really just pan over with the invisible selfie stick. It's kind of funny because out here, a lot of people fishing, and it looks like I'm just fishing. Or if I want to get that behind the shot look of me, here I am. No drone, no second camera, just this. And it's cool to even get into some tight spaces too. Like right here, there are all these branches. You can come and do a fly through here, straight through the branches, and then I pull and back through. And there's a pretty sweet drone-like shot. I can come back here really high. And if you're thinking about getting a 360 camera like this one right here, the amazing Insta360 X5, there's no better time than now. And right now, Insta360 is running their spring sale. So if you've been thinking about trying the X5, this is a good time to check it out. Sometimes the best camera isn't the one that captures everything perfectly. It's the one that lets you stop thinking about it. Extend this up, lock that in. And that's pretty stable. But now if I wear it on my backpack, I can use it like this. And yes, I am filming with two X5s. Comes in black is the one you see up top. And then white is the one right here. And the cool part is that it changes how you move because I'm not stopping to get the shot all the time. There's a cool spot over there. Okay, first one is the follow cam. This one's straight overhead. And then later you could turn this into any shot that you want. You can reframe 360 around the camera, but what I've learned is that you actually can't reframe where it is. So if you have the camera too low, it's hard to see the top of my head. So I generally like to have the camera positioned right in front of my eyes, and that way what you're seeing is more of an eye level view of how I look. As a creator, that's a pretty big shift, because instead of trying to get everything perfect while you're filming, you just hit record and you figure it out later. And as a creator, here's a little tip for you. If you're filming with a camera like this and out doing something like this, just record. You want to record longer than your actual shot that you're planning for, because what you end up with might actually be in the longer video clip than what you're intentionally trying to get. What I've noticed about 360 cameras is that, just like action cameras, they sure pick up dust because the area that it's capturing is so much. And so always carry a duster with you, a little blower duster, because you want to make sure that you can eliminate as much of that dust as you can. Okay, I want to show you my favorite accessory from Insta360 for the X5, and it's this tripod right here. Look at that, how fast that sets up. I go here, I'm going to press record to start recording, because I want to get a drone shot, but we'll keep it high, hoping that I don't fall on camera. I'm going to hop here. And keeping it high, there's our drone shot. But I do like those low swooping shots as well, because I think that looks cool. And you want to get the camera close to the ground, just so that you can see movement in what you're doing. And I'm flying up over here, over the river, and then I'll rise up through here like so. Man, look at the sun coming through the trees. That looks so cool. But I'll also do the reverse. So I'm going to start from here and swoop in down here. Notice that how it looks like a drone, but there's no drone shots because it's not a drone. Even for this, I'm shooting in active HDR, so my face lights up even though it's bright behind me, and it's keeping everything in balance. You see that? So what I'm gonna do is, let's move it right over here, and I need to get a thumbnail shot. So we'll do this. I wanna make sure my head's covering the sun just so I don't get too much glare in there. And I'll have this right up here with the X5, like so. Huh. Whoa. That's actually gonna be a cool thumbnail shot. And what's nice is that since it is 360, I can reframe this later to be landscape or vertical, and I can use it as a thumbnail on both. I also always recommend to people that if you're considering an action camera, you might want to actually consider getting a 360 camera, because it is an action camera and a 360 camera rather than just an action camera. I actually did create a video that I walk through this, and I'll link to that in the description as well. But check it out, it's pretty cool what you can get. So I've been shooting with the Insta360 X5 for quite a while now. I've spent years shooting with the X5, the X4, the X3, heck, even the X2. And I love these cameras because it captures everything. Honestly, this has been really nice, because this is probably the easiest review video I've done, because I just really didn't have to focus on framing the shots. I'm out here to capture content. I'll reframe it in the edit, and that's what you'll get. After using this for a few hours, I don't really think that this camera feels like a normal camera. It feels more like something you just bring with you and let it run, instead of something you have to constantly manage. I just hold it out. The biggest difference for me is that I'm not really thinking about framing anymore. I'm not checking this screen, I'm not adjusting angles, I'm not stopping to reset shots. I'm just hitting record and letting the moment play out. And then later I can come back here and actually decide what the shot is. Normally, you're making decisions in the moment, and here, you're making them after the fact. But that also opens things up in a different way, because one clip can turn into a lot of different shots. You could turn it into a follow shot, an overhead shot, a wider cinematic shot, and something more stylized. All from the same moment without having to film it multiple times. And if you're filming by yourself, that's probably where this makes the most sense. You don't need another person. You don't need to set up a tripod. You don't need to reset your camera. You can just keep moving and it captures everything around you. That part is really easy to get used to. But there are trade-offs. You're relying more on editing, which is actually not too bad because reframing is super easy. But you're also not getting the final shot in camera. You're shaping it later. So you have to be comfortable spending time in post, reframing, choosing your angles, figuring out how you want the shot to look. And it also takes a bit of a mindset shift. If you're used to traditional cameras where you're very intentional about every frame, this feels a little backwards at first. You kind of have to trust that the shot is there, even if you're not actively choosing it in that moment. So I think this really makes sense for a certain type of creator. If you film by yourself a lot, if you're vlogging, if you're documenting your day, just capturing moments as they happen, this fits really natural into that and lets you focus more on what you're doing instead of how you're filming it. It's a camera that I highly recommend for families. I went up the canyon just to film. I didn't really have a plan. I wasn't trying to capture anything specific. I just wanted to see what would happen if I stopped thinking so much about the camera. And I think what stood out to me is that I ended up noticing more than I usually do. I started noticing everything around me. I was in the moment. I wasn't thinking about framing or settings or whether I was getting the right shot. I was just walking, looking around, paying attention to what was in front of me. And the camera was just there capturing that. And honestly, that changes the experience quite a lot. Because instead of trying to control the moment, I was just in it. And I think sometimes that's what a good tool does. It doesn't give you more control, it just gets out of your way. So thanks for spending some time with me here on the block. If you enjoy exploring cameras, gear, and workflows like this, subscribe and come back next week, and I'll see you in the next one.